Hi everyone and welcome back to another video for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. So in today's video we're going to just be taking a look at the new Ryuker device locations that were added in the version 2 update. So with the recent update, as well as adding things like the creative space, which I previously covered in another video, Sega also added some new Ryuker device locations. So there are quite a few more on the map to actually collect now. So I'll just quickly show you where they all are. There's a couple in each region apart from Steer. So there's a couple in Aelio, a couple in Retem, a couple in Kvaris, but they haven't added any more to the Steer region. So I'll just quickly go show you where they all are. It should only be a fairly short video, this one, just so you can quickly go and get them. So we'll start off in Aelio. So in Aelio, there's a couple of new Ryukers. So the first one is this one here, which is Halfana Plains North. So the fastest way to get to that one is probably to go from Resol Forest. I think it is really useful that Sega have added these new Ryukers, because some areas were a little bit annoying to get to. So for Halfana Plains North, you just want to start off at Resol Forest and just head west. You should already have the Resol Forest Ryuker, because that's one of the ones you get quite early in the game anyway. So and you can see it just on that ridge up there. So this is the Halfana Plains North. Just one other thing, just quickly to note. Sega have also added some more updrafters in certain areas, and they've also added these, which are like teleporters. These will actually launch you, depending on which direction you want them from. They've added those, they're definitely in Aelio, and I think they've added them in some of the other regions as well. They just help getting around a little bit easier. So this is the first new one for Halfana Plains North. Next up, still in Aelio. So there's no new ones in Resol or Halfia or Vanford or Magnus. So there is one new one in South Aelio, which is this one here, which is Balfour Falls West. So for this one, the easiest way to get to it, honestly, is probably just to go from the East Balfour, which was already there. So again, just head west straight from the Ryuker. There isn't really a great way to get to this. You may be able to use this new launch pad that they've added down here. It doesn't really seem to help that much, actually. With a bit of traversal, you can still get up there. And again, just use all the updrafters. There's actually another launch pad here. Again, you basically, once you get to this area with all of the circular platforms, you basically just want to follow the path round and just take the updrafter as soon as you can take it. This was one of the more annoying ones to get to. When you get up to here, you just want to land on this platform over here. And you can see the Ryuker device just over here. There may be a faster way to get us to this one, I'm not sure. But this one did take a little bit of finding. This is Balfour Falls West, which is a new one. Essentially, if you've already got the Ordinal Tower, you're essentially just north from Ordinal Tower on the map, just so you know roughly where to head to. That's for South Aelio. Or West Aelio, they've added one more here as well. This one I'm not actually going to show you how to get to it because it's really, really obvious. So it's this one here on Kanai Isle. And the way you get to that is just to go to anywhere in this region here. Find one of the high rocky outcrops and just glide across to the island, or just swim across. That's all you need to do for Kanai Isle. And you'll see it. It's just on the lower shore, just near the sea. Really, really easy one to get to. Not particularly useful either, but it's there. That's all of the new ones for Aelio, as far as I'm aware. So next we'll move on to Retem. So in Retem again, there's a few new ones. So the first new one is this one here for Aldemon Desert. So for this one, easiest probably just to go from Retem City. I do like that Sega added all of these just after I'd finished uploading all the videos on where all the Ryuker devices were. So from Retem City, just head outside. And you more or less just want to head west. You can actually see it as soon as you come out of the city, actually. So on the sort of rocky outcrop up there, that's one of the new Ryukers. So it's really, really easy one to find. I believe this is the one for Aldemon Desert. Yeah. So I'm not going to run all the way over there because you can see it from here anyway, but that's the Ryuker for Aldemon Desert on the rocky outcrop up there. So next up, there is another desert one, which is this one here, the Dalshmarb Desert. But there isn't really a best way to get to this. Again, maybe just from Retem City. So I'll just run from here. You just want to line yourself up so that you can see the Trinitas on your left and Retem City on your right, and just more or less keep running to the east. You may just be able to see it. It might be hard to see in the video, but you may be able to see it just on the horizon. But you're more or less heading east, maybe slightly north. Again, so it's actually quite close to where the veteran is. So you can see the veteran San Nogleth over there. You just want to head east over here. So it's right near the shoreline. So this is the Ryuker for Dalshmarb Desert, which is again one of the new ones. It's actually quite near the yellow battle deer as well. So that is actually quite useful because it's a really quick portal to get to the yellow battle deer. Well, I think you can activate that from the menu anyway, so... So we've covered the Aldemon Desert one, we've covered the Dalshmarb. I think those are the only other new ones in Retem at the moment. Yeah, so those at the moment, to my knowledge, are the only new ones in Retem. So next we'll go to Kvaris. The first new one in Kvaris is this one here, the Danan Snowfield West. This one took me quite a while to find. I think the best way to get to it is probably to go from Mount Ihana east. This one's quite tough to find just because, although it's in South Kvaris, it's in a little... On the map, it kind of juts out a little bit, so it doesn't actually look like it's still in South. You can see it's almost into West Kvaris. So from Mount Ihana east, you just want to roughly head to the northeast. And as soon as you head northeast, you can see it in the distance there. If I'd known it was that close to Mount Ihana, I would have just gone from there originally. I originally tried finding it from the other Danan Snowfield Ryuker, and it takes a while to find it from that. So this one here, it even looks like you're in West Kvaris with the pop-ups, but you are just on the border of South Kvaris, so you are still in South. So the next one to find, there's no new ones in West Kvaris or North Kvaris. The next one to find in Kvaris is, there's another one for Mr. Woods, which is actually this one here, Mr. Woods East. So we already had the South and North Ryukers. We've now got one for Mr. East. Now, there is actually quite a fast way of getting to this one. What you actually want to do instead of going from Mr. Woods is to go from the Kvaris camp. So once you're in camp, just run to the north reaches of the camp. You can see these tents in the distance and the little ruined wall. You just want to keep heading for that. Ignore the cave. Just go over the wall. This will briefly take you outside the camp. Then once you're outside, you just want to cut back in again. You're actually briefly going to Ryuker Gorge, but not long enough to take any damage. So you come to the hot springs part. This is still treated as in Kvaris camp. So once you get up to the top of the hot springs, what you'll see is there's a couple of these like bright icy blue paths. And these are easy ways to climb up. You just want to climb up this first one. And then as soon as you come in, come around this corner, this is the Mr. Woods East Ryuker. So you can see when you look at it on the map, if you highlight the Kvaris camp, it is actually right on the border of the Kvaris camp and Ryuker Gorge. So I think going from the camp is probably the easiest way. I mean, I suppose you could technically go from, even from Belogana north, you could probably go from there as well and just go across the bridge over the gorge and then just go south. That's another way of getting to it. So, to my knowledge, that is all the new ones for Kvaris. And like I say, that there are no new ones for Steer at the minute. The Steer region's quite small anyway, and the Ryukers are quite well spaced, so they haven't added any new ones there. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think they've added any new region mags. Not sure why that veteran's aggroing me from over there, but okay. Go back to the camp for now. So I don't think they've added any new region mags. I think it is just Ryuker devices. Yeah, so it does look like it's the same amount of region mags, so I don't think they've had any more of those. So those are the only new Ryukers that I'm aware of at the minute. If there is any more, please tell me in the comments, but hopefully that's been useful. Anytime there are any more added to the game, I will do an update video just to let you guys know that there is some new ones to find. But for the meantime, those are all the new Ryukers for New Genesis for the version 2 update. If any more get added, I will let you guys know. In the meantime though, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you've got any ideas for anything you want me to cover with NGS, sort of anything you want me to cover in detail, please let me know in the comments and I will try and cover it as soon as I can. Yeah, hopefully it's been useful, and I will see you guys in the next video.